Hi, everybody, and welcome to Sparkles of Love's Transmissions. My name is Ana-La-Rai, and welcome to episode 49. And today, what I'm going to talk about is changing the world. What can I do? What can I do? And just before I get into that, I just want to share with you that Sparkles of Love, our purpose here is to help you move into your own mastery and your own awakening with more grace and ease. We bring through the newest and highest vibration of information, technology, and tools, and we're happy to work with you. All right. So, had a little bit of trouble getting started here, but hopefully everybody finds me. So, I get asked often by people, everything is changing. What can I do? Like, how can I make a difference? And so I thought it would be a good thing to talk about here today. And I'm going to divide it into two sections. One will be physically, what can I do here in the 3D? And energetically, what can I do? And lots of people believe there's nothing they can do, right? They watch the world changing and all the things happening and they think they can't do anything. And for me, I disagree. I disagree. Um, so, in no order, I'm going to talk about some of the physical things. Okay. And you have to remember that the physical things that you do actually send ripples out into the world. So when you do some of the things we're going to talk about, it's like you've thrown a stone in a pond and you see those ripples going out and out. And I really believe these happen in the world. So one of the things I'm big on is kindness. And whether it's random or planned, I think that the more we can be kind to people, whether it be people we don't know or people we do know, there are so many ways to express kindness. And I think it is just such one of the most important things we can do down here, as well as being kind to ourselves, is to be kind to others. And most of the time, you have no clue the depth of impact that your kindness has for others. Another thing is to acknowledge people. I I'm big about finding out my server's name and saying hello to the people in the grocery store and making eye contact with the cashier. I just think it's a really important thing to do. It's the same thing when you see homeless people or someone who is got their hand out on the street for money. I see people giving money, but they won't make eye contact, right? And I think acknowledging people with eye contact is another real simple thing that you can make a difference because, again, the ripples go out. The ripples go out. Some people like to volunteer. That's a great, idea. If you have the time and there's uh, an organization you really enjoy or a cause you're really close to your heart, then get out and give your time to help, volunteer. Um, Another one that I feel is important here in the 3D is to walk your talk. Walk your talk. You want to be an example and inspire others. You don't want to say one thing and completely do another. And I think the more that we can walk our talk, the more that we can inspire others, I think the more that helps change the world because it gives other people the courage to do the same. It lets them see what a difference it can make. Another one I think in the 3D is going to be, you probably haven't heard me say before, but to be mindful of resources and consumerism, right? Do we need to waste running the drinking water for hours at a time to wash the car or to have our grass be green? I don't know. Depends on how much water is available where you live and how precious it is or how abundant it is. But right now, we're really focused an awful lot as a society on consumerism, having the newest item and having plenty of them now. I do admit I have lots of crystals and I work with them. But do we need to have or jump into all the consumerism there is out there, right? Are there not things that we can purchase that we can reutilize or trade in or uh, give to a thrift store so other people can use them? And that's another way that we can make a difference here in the 3D. Okay. Um, you could come to an alchemy gathering. Our next one's in November 1st in Mexico for a week. And that's a real 3D thing because you're bringing your physical body, your time, your finances, and you're coming and you are participating as part of a group to make a huge difference on planet Earth. And at the gatherings, we do significant, very significant energetic work. Um, for those on social media, one of the things you can do, it seems so simple, is share joyful, positive posts, right? If you see one that makes you laugh, or if you see uh, inspirational posts or heartfelt things that are make you smile, they're probably going to make other people smile. And it's really easy to get lost in social media and only look at the negative things and all the fear driven things. So the more you can post inspiring messages or videos or funny or music that inspires people, and if anybody else has suggestions, please feel free to put them in the chat here because I'm always looking for new ways that I can make a difference and share with other people. And, here in the 3D, what that does is impacts people individually, right? By all these people you touch with your kindness or your volunteering or your sharing messages. But that then sends ripples out. And you don't know the cashier at the grocery store. You don't know what happened at her house this morning and why she might be upset or why she seems distant. And just that acknowledgement and that kindness or whatever you're doing can make such a difference. It can give people hope. It can make them remember that they're important or feel seen instead of unseen. So feel free to share your ideas. I know there's lots more things you can do. Um, but what can you do on the other side? What can I do to make a difference that's a little more on the energetic side, right? Well, my list is about the same size, just that was kind of random, but uh, we being the Alchemy Collective Consciousness, do free global meditations most Tuesdays throughout the year, and we help raise the vibration on planet Earth and work with ascended masters and light beings to help people and the Earth move into the Great Awakening. They're free. If you want to make an energetic difference, join our Tuesday Global Meditations. And if you can't do it live, you can get the recording and still participate equally. Something simple. And if it's not with the alchemy, pick another group that is doing positive work, that is not in fear, that is not about battle mode, that's working with the vibrations of love and peace and harmony and sovereignty. Join a group and add your energy. You can set your intention to download love or peace, something like that, every time you take a step on planet Earth, every time you go outside your house, to really just bring that vibration of love or peace. And you can walk in a park and do it, or climb a mountain and do it, or walk into a mall and do it. All of those everywhere will accept the love and energy, and it supports where you're going, but it supports other people who follow you and the people around. So, um, calling forth on the vibrations of love and peace and asking them to flow through you for the earth and for other people is a great way to make a difference. Now, I will add that if you're sending love to the earth or to other people, you have to do it without expectations. So it's not about you're expecting them to get better, or you're expecting them to be kinder to you, or you're expecting a thank you. It has to be done without any expectations, because then it's not in that state of pure divine. The guides would always tell us that to raise our own vibration, that is a great way to make a difference, because the more we raise our vibration, the more that we can hold it, the more we help other people to awaken as well. The more we add to the planetary vibration. And part of that process, uh, and making a difference, is healing your own wounds, whatever they be, from this lifetime or other lifetimes. If you know you're triggered, if you know you're wounded around specific issues, heal those. Whatever processes you like to do your healing, or whichever healer you like to go to, you want to heal your own wounds, because again, then you can hold a higher vibration. If you're healing your wounds, you're an inspiration to others, or you're showing that it can be done. And you're not, if you're healing your wounds, you're not triggered as often. So that energy isn't anchoring back into the earth planes. So, similarly, another thing, though really hard to do on certain days, is to stay out of judgment, to stay out of separation and polarity, right? The minute we start judging others as not good enough, or better than us, or less than us, or wearing the wrong color, or you don't like the color of their skin, or how they speak, or how they spend their money, whatever it is we're judging, then we're in more of the polarity, right? It's a low vibration. So, on an energetic level, the more you can stay in unity consciousness, the more you can hold the vibrations of love and peace, the better it is for yourself, for your family and friends around you, but also on a planetary level. Okay. Um, Another one is to do your best to stay out of fear, right? Or if fear comes up, because it does for all of us, then do your best to move through it as quickly as possible, and at least get back to neutral if you can't get back to a happiness or a joy or a level of peace, right? Because fear is a really low vibration, and it just travels through everything. You know, if you watch a group of people, if one person starts to get afraid, it's like this ripple effect in a negative, right? Where lots of people start to pick up on the fears. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, again, what you can do different energetically, please feel free. So I thought I would do a little download today, and I'm just going to do 5 minutes. But what I'd like, I'll put my timer on here. I'm just looking to put my timer on. What I would like to do is the vibration and energy and code of compassion. And compassion, the real meaning, is when you help lift others to your vibration. So you don't drop down to resonate with them. You help lift them up and share your love with them. So I'm going to close my eyes and do a 5 minute download. Again, you shouldn't be driving if you're receiving a download, and it will just come into you and hopefully support you. And then I will see you at the end. Just one moment here. So a download for 5 minutes of the vibrations and codes and energy of compassion. So just feel as it starts to come down now from source, down through your crown chakra and into your body. And when you see me yawn like that, when I'm channeling, the energy is rising even more as we bring in this download of the vibrations and code and energy of compassion. We just have another 2 minutes here, so beautiful. I hope that felt good to you, that download of compassion. And you can listen every time you listen to this, you can receive the download if you want it. Okay. And I just want to share with you that on Sunday, September 7th, at 8 a.m. Pacific, I will be doing the next Advanced Opportunities Full Moon Meditation. And I'm really excited. It is called The Shedding of Fear. And First Light will be coming through, and they will be doing a process with us to help and giving a lot of information. They've started sharing some of that with me now. That's available through my website, sparklesoflove.love. And if you can't join us live, you can still register before, and we will send you the recording that day. And if you're listening to it after September 7th, it will be available in our shop. All right, sparklesoflove.love. Well, thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. And uh, if you want to click link, like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And in 2 weeks, I will be doing my 50th transmission, episode 50. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye for now.